Okay guys, this is a Samsung R540 with the Intel Core i3 processor. I'm going to show you how to get to this screen so we can go ahead and begin the restore process. So foremost, let's power it off. Let's power it on. The power button there, nothing special, and we're going to keep tapping the F4 because as you see really quick it said to restore recover, hit F4, so that's what we're doing, hitting F4. So it's going to look like it's booting up into Windows, which if you watch any of my videos before, you know that it always seems to look that way. And this is the dull difference here. It says Samsung Solution 4 instead of Windows 7. You must, I mean you absolutely must back up your data to a separate device. A USB thumb drive would do just fine if you wish to keep it and place it back on the computer. There is a way to do it using a different restore method, but I don't recommend that. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to click on this one here, restore. And this is the method I was telling you could use, but let's say you had a bad file or something that was corrupted. Do you really want to just leave it on there? It's kind of I wouldn't do it, but I usually just recommend a complete restore because this is going to put your computer to out of box state, and in some cases even better than when you got it out of the box. So the closest you can get to a true clean custom install, which is always recommended at least every couple of years, or depending on the amount of use your computer actually receives. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on complete restore, and as you see up here it explains quite well which each does. So let's go ahead and click there, and as you see it's computer initial status, excuse me, and then you can click on advance and see more. It shows you how the hard drive is actually partitioned, 20 gigs for the recovery system, and C drive, and basically it's going to be the same exact thing. So there's really not much more we need to see here, but so anyway, again, click on complete restore, click next, and make sure the power adapter is plugged in because that is a requirement and it will not complete unless you do it. So we're gonna get this thing started here. Complete restore, next. Restore will delete all your data on drive C. Start restore. Yes. Everything was going to be erased from this point on. Everything that you had in your My Documents, My Pictures, your desktop favorites, your saved passwords when you went on websites, it will all be erased. That's why we recommend you backing it up to a simple thumb drive. You should be doing this anyways. So it's just going to begin a complete restore from the out of box state, and like I said, it's going to be just like how you bought it brand new. And I get a lot of questions people asking me is how is it gonna be, how is the laptop gonna be, is my data still gonna be on there, or you cause me to lose my files. So that's why I'm over stressing these different warnings on this particular video. So this process usually takes about 40 minutes or so, and as you see right there, it says like 37, 38. It's creeping up to about 40 minutes. And with the added software that they install, because they will install the drivers, that's another thing I get a lot of questions about. This will install the factory drivers, so that everything needed to work on this computer will be reinstalled automatically. So your computer will be good to go. All you have to do is the Windows updates, put a new antivirus on, malware protection, which is always recommended, so forth and so on, and then throw your data back on after you scanned it for malware and viruses. So, you know, this will definitely delete all your data. Capiche? Alright, what else we want to say here? I'm not going to sit up here and let you watch this. As you see, it's creeping up on an hour and 40 minutes or more, and it's going to go down by the end, and trust me. But it usually takes around an hour or so, because it's going to throw on some other, like Google Chrome browser and a few other different things. Usually you can get into this process by hitting F8 and repair computer, and then it can usually bring you to the same stage, but this particular one doesn't do that. So you have to hit F4. For all those who don't know where F4 is, it's right there. Just keep hitting it. As soon as the computer come on, just keep tapping F4 and follow my instructions from there, and you're gonna get into there and you're gonna fix your own computer, and people are gonna think you're like a genius or something. So for the other question that I get often, which is, oh, this is a big one. I get this tons and tons and tons, and you probably see them in the board or listed below in some of the other videos. People tend to say or ask, well, when I hit F4, nothing comes up. I can't get to the same screen that you're at. And the explanation for that is a couple of different things. One, it could be corrupted. Your hard drive could be corrupted. The data on there could be corrupted, and therefore you should be replacing the hard drive anyways, which isn't a bad move, you know, to replace your hard drive. That's actually a pretty good move. And SSD drive do wonders. I mean, these things will do wonders for the performance of your computer, laptop, desktop, doesn't matter. You put one of these in there, you're gonna really get the best bang for your buck, because it's just gonna, everything's gonna move like that, just that fast. You know, so, and even if you don't have SATA 6 gigabit ports on your particular laptop, it's still going to be better than that old crunchy hard drive, regular mechanical hard drive like this one here that's crunching like crazy. So I'm writing some files to it right now. So and that's typically what your hard drive looks like. It's just that's a bigger 3.5 desktop hard drive, and the laptops take a 2.5 hard drive. But you see that moving head? You got moving parts in a regular mechanical hard drive versus the SSD, where guess what? There's no moving parts. Less heat, less chance for damage. Look, I could do that and this thing is not going to get damaged. Versus if I did that with a mechanical drive, oh my, I'd be really pressing my luck. So what else do we want to say here? So if basically if you can't get to this recovery option, then like I said, your hard drive, that's one thing, could be bad. And like I said again, it's a good idea to really replace the hard drive, really replace it, especially if you didn't run any diagnostic software on there, which I definitely recommend before you reload your computer. Run some diagnostic software on your hard drive. There's free hard drive diagnostic software that runs within Windows. Can't really think of the name of them right now. Is this HDD test or something like that? But you definitely want to test your hard drive, make sure that's fine before you go ahead and start reloading things. Because if you reload it and it's still having problems, then it could be just that your hard drive's bad and the thing's moving terribly slow. You know, that's what it is. Well, I can't say that. It could be a bunch of different things, but 5 times out of 10 it's your hard drive, especially if you got a cheap Western Digital Blue drive in there. Don't buy Western Digital Blue, bad drives. Okay, moving on. Like I was saying, one reason you can't get it is because it's damaged. Second part, which is more than likely what happened, is that it was reloaded. You might have took it somewhere to a shop before, or Geek Squad, and they used their own reload disk, and they wiped your original recovery partition, and they just installed theirs using their Windows 7 disk, which is more than likely the case. Or I don't know, someone else could have restored your computer, or you could restore the computer before by accident and made a mistake and delete the recovery drive. We could go on and on about a bunch of what ifs and so forth and so on, but basically if you're not getting to this screen and you can't get to it by just tapping F4 that is, that's more than likely what you're going to be forced to do if you didn't make any recovery disk, which who actually makes recovery disk, you know? So you're gonna have to get a copy of Windows 7 disk. And in one of my videos I send you I have a link posted, not this video but another one. I have a link posted below. I think it's the Aces Restore video, to where you can actually download a copy of your Windows 7 or a bunch of other Vista also, I believe, for free. You're still gonna need your key. But here's the cool thing about it is your key is located right on the back of your laptop. Literally. It's this little COA sticker, and it will be right on the back of your laptop. So simply, let's see if I can find one for you. Show you. Here's some. Got one in pieces right here. Not a big fan of these particular brand laptops, but anyway, boom, that's your COA sticker. That's your COA. So a lot of people don't show it because they scared people gonna steal the number and register with that number, but good luck with that. There's so many different hack tools out there to just literally authorize Windows 7 or Vista. That is not really a necessity. It's still someone else's key. But that's the key you'll use to activate your computer. If you're having problems activating with the key, you gotta pay attention. If your system is 32 or 64-bit, that's a big thing, because it won't activate if you install the 64-bit version and you're using your key is actually calling for a 32-bit version. Big thing. And so pay attention to that, and you could just do a clean install after you backed up your data and plugged in the power cord, that is. You could just do a regular clean install, which I recommend over even this particular restore. I recommend a clean install, getting the Windows 7 disk and installing it step by step. I recommend that wholeheartedly, because you don't get none of the junkware. The worst thing about it is you need another computer to where you're gonna use that computer and back up or download all of your different drivers, you know, the things that run in the background, tell the computer how to act and what to do with certain devices that plugged into your computer, such as keyboard, wireless card, etc. You need them drivers. So it's complete, and what was that, like 10 minutes? It wasn't even an hour. So but don't think it's done. You always do that. You always think you got somewhere and you getting somewhere, and when it start booting up again, you'll see it's gonna start installing a whole slew of stuff. So just trying to cover everything here. Sorry for the dragging speech, but I am very tired. I've been up I don't know how many hours, but I hope, as always, this video and the information within it helps someone out, as a bunch of my other videos do. So do consider subscribing. It does help me out more than you would probably think. It helps me out and lets me know that you guys are actually listening to me, or at least watching my videos, and therefore I go through the extra trouble of making a video. So here it is. This is how your Samsung was when you first bought it, and you selected English and you hit next, and you selected on the default, which is already pre-selected for you. You type in the name of your computer. This is a buddy of mine, so I'm gonna type in Samsung. He was complaining about computer wasn't doing this and that and the other, and so I'm just gonna help him out and just reload it. So here come the terms. We're gonna hit accept and next, and I do always recommend you read things with computers, but I know right there and there that that particular one is not gonna put any bogus malware, adware, or junkware on there. So that's just a standard one. And we are going to select work. So it's going to automatically, and that's the beautiful part about it, it automatically detected your wireless card and your wireless network, and all you had to do was enter your key, and you're going to be on and rolling. Yes, you are. Yes, you are going to have a good working laptop. So let's see. I'm not familiar with this particular laptop, if it's gonna start installing some bunch of junkware or not, which is gonna take some more additional time that I could be sleeping. I could really be enjoying some good sleep right now. But this is a complete walkthrough. Usually I don't do complete walkthroughs, on restore, because it's so simple. Once you basically hit that restore button, the rest is kind of just self-explanatory. There's really no need for you to sit there and watch the whole video, as there is no reason for you to sit here and listen to me rant for so long about the same thing. But I just wanted to kind of answer a bunch of questions because I keep getting them. And if you actually watch the videos, you can actually hear me talk about it in this particular one. So just kind of helping people out. Save you some money, because if you take this to a shop to do this exact same thing, you're going to be out of easily 125 bucks. Easily. That's if you're finding a good deal. In most cases, Geek Squad, I believe they charge $174, $159, $200, but you can bring in more than one computer. You're going to be out of some money. Know that much. There it goes. It's installing all the Samsung junkware, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this service typically runs between $125 to up to $200. And this particular laptop is probably worth $300, probably. Like I said, I'm doing it for free for a buddy of mine. So, but if you would have brought this particular computer to my shop, and I charged you to do this, you would have been out of easily $100. So you're picking this up for free. And of course, there's other things that shops do, like Geek Squad call it what, they optimize your computer, which just play with a bunch of settings, startup settings, MS config settings, services, stop certain services. I doubt they're very as thorough as I probably am with optimizing most computers. I tend to know my customers that I had, and I know a lot of my friends, so I know kind of what they do and what they don't do. So I usually disable a lot of different things that I know that they won't be using. So, and I don't think Geek Squad really had that much of a personal touch, so I don't think they're gonna be doing that much level of detail in their work. I believe most of their stuff is remoted into from Bangladesh or wherever the hell it is. It's overseas, I can tell you that much. And a tech sets it up from there. I know they offer that service. I know that that's what they do in some cases. And I know people who lose their data. I had someone who took their Mac recently and lost all their files. Luckily, I did her computer a few years back, and I saved all her files and was able to recover all her pictures and documents, school stuff and everything. And I went to school with her, so just did it for free for her. But saved her butt. So just be careful. Always back up your data. Be careful who you're taking your laptop to. I used to tell my customers that laptops are as personal as your wallet. So you have everything on there, from your credit card information stored in there and saved on there, to your taxes. People have years and years of taxes. You can't put all your years and years of taxes in your wallet, not unless you put it in a thumb drive. But you have your pictures, personal, baby, vacation. You know, it's a very, your laptop is like your life, or your computer is like a miniature version of your life just stored into this thing. And do you really want some snot-nosed kid that's his parents are forcing him to work at this retail store to earn a minimum wage, and he's good at playing, what's that game, Minecraft or something like that, and you know, he set up his own computer, you know, he installed Google Chrome on it. So do you really want them type of people? Really? I mean, seriously, do you really want them type of people put, you know, going through your personal computer and giving you advice? You know, I would say no. Me personally, no. I would sooner do the research myself, but I'm a tech, I'm a geek, and I find that stuff very interesting, and to me it comes off as very easy. So it's not a problem for me, but I'm telling you, it is easy, even though it's easy. It's easy. Once you learn a few basic things, follow a few great people on YouTube. YouTube is a great place to learn. Now, keep in mind, some of these videos, with the exception of this one here, are cut and edited. And so you may see someone install something or do something and it'd be like, man, that was easy, I could do that. But it's one of them things to where this is the video, it's sliced out, sliced back in, and you missed a step where he got 20 errors, or he broke this, or he did that, or he might have already took something apart, or she might have had all the screws out ahead of time, which saved 5 minutes, and you thought, you know, you was gonna do it in that 1 minute. It's, you know, kind of be a little more realistic and thorough when you're watching these videos. I've had people try to do some of the things that they seen on YouTube, and I'm like, you gotta take into account that that video is more than likely edited, and that guy does this often. So if, you know, for instance, I'll tell you, like, it was one time I had to fix my furnace, and I did a bunch of reading online, and then I went and I watched a YouTube video on how to replace a thermocouple, I believe it was, on a particular brand, which was a Lennox furnace like I had. And I've replaced the thermocouple before, but it didn't hurt to get that, you know, refresher course, if you will. You are messing with a freaking gas furnace, you know. Definitely don't hurt to study up. So it's finishing reloading here, installing the software, and it might still have more to install once it reboots or whatever. We don't know. That's just how things are. But like I was saying, you know, I was able to get it and got the thermocouple installed and save myself literally a couple of thousand, because no one would come out. The house was freezing, and no one would come out. They was just saying, oh, you need a new furnace, you need a new furnace, you know, and the prices that they would charge to come out, you know, was overly ridiculous. I'm talking $200, $300, $400, $500, you know, and I'm like, this is maddening. So you know, YouTube can be a big lifesaver, and just simply researching, because that's what I did. I just Googled and research. You know, you got to kind of filter out some of the idiotic stuff and some things people start talking You get some guy on there start talking rocket science, you know, for like, wait a minute, I just want to replace the thermocoupler, and you're telling me this. You know, you gotta know this rocket engineering course or of material to be able to do that. So you gotta filter out some stuff, and some people, you know, say, oh, that didn't work for me, and you know, when you got 1,000 plus other people said it did, you know, not everybody's gonna be successful. It's gonna help. It's gonna help the few, you know. So as you see, we have go. Houston, we have go for takeoff. And Windows 7 is set up here, and this is the stuff that they installed. You know, user guide McAfee. Oh my God, is that ever so crapware. Easy Connect, Secure, Adobe, some of the basics that you might need, and the recovery, because what they want you to do is create a recovery disk. Imagine that. So just did some of the Windows updates. I recommend you go and hit start, right click on my computer, select properties, and then go to Windows Update, and keep doing that until there's no more updates. Do not update or install crapware like excuse me, what's that crappy stuff, like the Bing desktop toolbar or the Google toolbar, or it's a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need. You know, do not do that. You know, and get a, if you caught a virus, which is, you had to been doing something to catch a virus. More than likely, you probably caught some malware. So therefore, buy a Malwarebytes, or at least get the free version. And same thing for antivirus. At least get you some Norton 360 or a Avast free edition, and set up the settings so it's pretty competent. Avast is a really nice free antivirus. If you set it up correctly, trust me, it's nice. It does what it needs to do, what it's supposed to do, that is. And protect your system. Like I said, you got all this stuff on here. You don't want to be going through this too often. Just my opinion, just my 2 cents. I'm ranting because I'm tired, eyes half closed, and my buddy ain't gonna appreciate this. He won't. Yeah. Nope, he won't. Yeah. That's the problem with having good friends, or friends and family. You know, they want that hard-earned work of yours for free. Only good thing is friends and family should at least help each other out when time is needed, and I can't complain as of late. So we gonna I'm so removed that it is gone. You have no clue how bad I'm itching to remove that. So I'm gonna remove you. You gonna be out of here. Sorry. But there you have it. Complete new, complete restore of your Windows 7 operating system. And as you see, let's see here, this will be activated. What am I doing? So we got the Samsung and Genuine. Boom, activated. Look at this easy speed up manager. Out of there. myself. I'm gonna remove a lot of this crap. You can bet you, by golly, I will. So that's it. Robert, YouTube user, big on you. Thanks for leaving all the great comments you guys usually leave below the board, and all the thanks. I really do enjoy seeing them. I really do. Like I said, it's the reason I keep doing what I'm doing here. I was kind of just thumbing around years ago, and found that I actually helped a lot of people and got a lot of compliments, and feels good. You know, the simple things sometimes. So that definitely feels good. You know, especially when I have a good day. You know, and some, you know, which I don't. I have a bunch of them days. Trust me. But it's nice to see some good praises and the support. And the fact that you just got 5 new subscribers and people following you, and you know, taking heed to what you say, it's pretty cool. So, and I would recommend anyone else too that has something that they know or figured out. Let's say, I don't care if it's repairing phones or how to fix a doorknob on your door. Or screwing a light bulb. There's a lot of people don't know how to screw in a light bulb. You know, make some videos, put them on YouTube, and help people out, you know, and save people money. Not everybody is rich. I know, sure in the hell I'm not. So I'm always looking to save money or something, and to try to stay afloat by fixing things on my own. So I do suggest other people get involved and you know, subscribe to people and get some subscribers, and post some videos on how to. The simplest things, you know, come in handy. You would be surprised. So yeah, it's a cool thing to do. So again, that's it. This the Samsung R540, that is. Yep, R540 laptop. Complete restore and recovery to out-of-box state, and that was the full process there. And this is going to be one hell of a long video, but I do hope you enjoy. Again, Robert, YouTube user, big on you. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for leaving them cool, awesome comments, and thanks for following. We out.